In this tutorial, we will look at the most popular color modes in Photoshop and the role that bit depth plays in their ability to store information. Bit depth specifies how much information is provided to each pixel in an image. The more bits of information per pixel, the more values are possible, and the more accurate tonal representation can be achieved. For example, an image with a bit depth of 1 can only display two possible values, black or white. As a result, 1-bit images are not very commonly used in Photoshop. An image with a bit depth of 8 can contain 256 possible tonal or color values, so 8-bit images are much more useful than 1-bit images. Photoshop stores this color information in a channel, and there are 3 common types of files that are all considered to be 8-bit, but have significant differences based on the values that they contain and the number of channels. The first is a grayscale mode image. An 8-bit grayscale image can have 256 possible values and 1 channel. In most instances, 256 shades of gray represents a sufficient number of tonal levels to display what appears to be a continuous tone black and white, or more accurately, a grayscale photograph. The next color mode is index color. Like grayscale mode, it also contains 256 possible values, but in this case, the values are colors, not shades of gray. Like grayscale mode, index color is also limited to a single channel. This helps keeping the file size down, but in some cases, index color mode fails to display an enough range of colors to render a continuous tone photograph. To try to represent continuous tone, the 256 colors can be customized based on the original color in the image or based on specific color palettes. We can also use different types of dithering to simulate additional color when the viewing distance is increased or the image is printed larger. Index color images are basically used when file size needs to be very small. For example, when creating ad banners or other images to post online. The last color mode is RGB, like grayscale and index color modes. An 8-bit RGB image also 256 possible values. The key difference is that the RGB image has 3 channels to store this information, a red, green and blue channel, whereas the previous color modes were limited to 1 channel. With 256 possible values for each channel, RGB images contains over 16 million possible colors, which is 8 bits times 3 channels, which equals 24 bits of data for each pixel. In most cases, an 8-bit RGB image can represent continuous color in a photograph. However, 8-bit images don't represent all the tonal levels or the colors in the world. There are certain values that aren't represented at all, which can result in an accurate representation of a scene. We often see this in photographs that have very subtle changes in color and tonality over a large distance. For example, a photograph of sky taken at dusk might show color banding in the sky when different colors to transition through over the length of the photograph are not available. In addition, the quality of an 8-bit image can reduce rapidly if color or tonal values are much changed in an image in posting processing. To resolve this, both the RGB and the grayscale color mode can support higher bit depths, 16-bit and 32-bit. A 16-bit grayscale image can have over 65,000 shades of gray, far more than 256 values per channel possible in the 8-bit grayscale image, and a 16-bit per pixel RGB image will contain over 65,000 possible values for each channel. So, if we multiply 65,000 times 65,000 times 65,000 times, we can imagine that Literally, trillions of colors are available to us to work with. However, it's always good to remember that this actually probably exceeds both our ability to perceive color as well as the number of reproducible colors. So, if 8-bit images can accurately represent continuous tone images, why would we require to use this higher 16-bit? Because although the files are much larger in size, they can withstand greater post-processing manipulations because of the sheer number of values or colors that they can have. In other words, we can make larger changes to our images while maintaining higher quality in post-production. Photoshop can also work with RGB and grayscale images that have 32 bits. 32-bit images are called High Dynamic Range or HDR images and contain even more colors than 16-bit. For photographers, 32-bit images are typically formed by joining multiple images together. For example, consider a really high contrast scene where there are light and dark values that the camera can't capture with one exposure. In such a case, a photographer can take multiple images of the same scene with varying exposures, thereby increasing the dynamic range of the capture. Photoshop can then create a single 32-bit file, using the properly exposed area for us to exposure, and joins them into a single file. Now, these files can get very large very fast, but large manipulations can be made in Photoshop. Since not all Photoshop's features are provided through 32-bit, and because most output devices don't support 32-bit images, images are typically converted to either 16-bit or 8-bit. That's it in this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial.